Welcome back, gang, for the first time and hopefully many more to come. Don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel and click on the notifications right here, this little bell, so you can get those emails every time we go live. Peace.
What is up, TBV family? We have some more breaking news, of course, to get to. The WBC made a ruling today, WBC and VADA, I should say, made a ruling today that Luis Ortiz will get a $25,000 suspension, and that's it. No period of suspension, no 6 months off, no 9 months, no year, 2 years, nothing. $25,000. And let's obviously put this into context. Remember that Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. was fined over $900,000 for marijuana at one point. But I digress. What was this ruling, as you may say? The WBC did make a sort of notice publicly available. You can find this on boxingscene.com. The link will be in the show description, or the video description, I should say. So just go below. You should find it if you want to read it yourself. But I'll read some of it to you, of course, because this is very important. There's multiple different sections of this. It's a lot of different parts of it, but again, I'll read parts of it. The WBC did make Luis Ortiz go through a medical examination. I will read off the medical examination that was supposed to prove this high blood pressure, supposed to prove that he needed this medication, so forth, so forth. He took an MRA of the brain. He took an MRI of the brain without contrast. He took an electrocardiogram and EKG. He did an echocardiogram. He did a neurocognitive testing procedure. He did countless blood work, complete blood count, complete metabolic panel, which include hepatic tests, creatine, glucose levels, all of that, and eye exams, and just that's about it. That's it. Those are the exams that he took. Dr. Wallace, Dr. Paul Wallace, the WBC Medical Advisory Committee chairman. Remember, this is not a third-party doctor, but he's here. He said in the Article 2 of Section 3, WBC Final Ruling, Article 2, Dr. Wallace reviewed the results of all the medical examinations, each one of which were completely normal and revealed no ongoing adverse health condition whatsoever. The very next article, under Section 3, WBC Final Ruling, says Dr. Wallace also examined Mr. Ortiz's medical history and confirmed the medical justification for Mr. Ortiz to ingest a blood pressure medication, which eventually resulted in Mr. Ortiz's adverse finding. The next section says the WBC Board of Governors hereby ratifies the prior ruling's finding that Mr. Ortiz's failure to disclose his ingestion of a prescribed high blood medication constitutes a violation of the WBC CBP protocol, Clean Boxing Program protocol, in case you do not know what that means, and confirms the $25,000 US dollar fine. In light of the information set forth above, however, the WBC concludes that the evidence available to the WBC supports a finding that Mr. Ortiz's ingestion of high blood pressure medication was directed to the treatment of an ongoing medical condition. Therefore, Mr. Ortiz will continue to be tested based on a specifically designed testing protocol as of the date of this ruling. Mr. Ortiz is available to compete in WBC sanctioned events and shall be confirmed in the WBC rating in a position consistent with the recommendation of the WBC Ratings Council. What? Crazy. So, what does this all mean? Music drop. Let's get a little more serious here. The WBC has decided that a repeat banned substance abuser in Luis Ortiz will get a $25,000 suspension and 0 time off. That means he could fight Deontay Wilder ASAP. That means we don't necessarily get any sort of punishment. Really? $25,000, that's it? That's all you got? Come on, WBC. This is just ridiculous at this point. I'm not going to harp too much on it because I think it's blatantly corrupt and on some level. When you have within your own ruling, you say that your doctor, who's not an independent doctor, not a third-party doctor, said he reviewed all the medical examinations. All of them were normal. There were no ongoing adverse health conditions whatsoever. But yet, you also say in the very next article that there was justification for Mr. Ortiz to use this high blood pressure medication, but there's no ongoing adverse health conditions whatsoever. Wouldn't high blood pressure be an adverse health condition, an ongoing one, especially if he needs to take medication? So to me, that's an automatic contradiction. What does this mean? Again, I have no idea. I mean, if you want to really delve into the clean boxing program, somebody should. I'm not a journalist. I'm a fan with a microphone. I'm here for the voice of the people. And I think a lot of people are very, very upset with the WBC and how they have enacted and put into effect this clean boxing program with VADA. And this is just another instance of being shady, being corrupt on some level. You can't tell me that a repeat offender who's taking quote-unquote high blood pressure medication, even though there is tons of medical evidence and support and studies about how anabolic steroids cause high blood pressure. You know, we're just going to look past this and give him the biggest slap on the wrist that we could think of, which is only $25,000. And then he's going to fight for your champion next. You obviously don't want to clean up the boxing sport, WBC. I mean, obviously, you don't care about fighter safety. Obviously, you do not care about the spirit of the sport. Because this is not that. This is, there is something going on here. I don't know what it is. All you investigative journalists out there, you should get on it. You should investigate this because something's fishy here. Something's not right here. I'm Matt the Hipster Hunter. You can find me at Mixed Combat News on Twitter, MattHunterTBV, on Instagram. Again, we need to start asking serious questions about the WBC's clean boxing program and how much it really is there just as a smoke mirror for a PR move. A move purely there as a legal safety net in case something happens under a WBC sanctioned event. You know, what? Again, a lot of questions need to be asked now. You can obviously catch us at ThaBoxingvoice on all social media. And remember, we're going to be back for a live fight chat for Miguel Cotto versus Saddam Ali tonight on HBO. So stay tuned to that and hit that subscribe button, hit that notification button. We out. Peace.
Ain't no other sight in the game, 'cause see the boxing voice.